Hello everyone, so this will be a short video because someone actually asked me this question. Now in my videos, whenever I'm talking about something, I often do this, which is something I need to look at my keyboard to tell you what key exactly. So basically I do this and it actually opens Emacs buffer for me, but it actually opens Emacs buffer with this name. Let me just try to show you. So this is basically the timestamp. So it is today's date, and it says here hyphen note today's date with hour, minute, and seconds. Like when I initiated, when I clicked on this shortcut. So the shortcut is basically Windows and N, and it is my own shortcut which I have created. And what exactly it is doing? Let me just show you very quickly. So let us now open this file, which is my sxhkd rc. Now there is one in this particular file. I basically have this super N, which is my Windows key, and N, and I have assigned it to emacsclient -c, and then I'm basically creating this date, basically this date format here. Let me just show you here. So it is basically going to do something like 2023 05 19, and of course right now, I mean, if I look at the file here, it says 18, which is of course the hour, minute, and then second, and then it will create a file like this. Now this is actually very useful because whenever I press this Windows N, it is basically for me to initiate or create a new Emacs buffer for taking notes with a timestamp. And if I have to take some notes, I can of course take notes, and I'll save it, and it will be saved in my home directory. And basically when I'm doing this emacsclient -c, it is going to connect to my Emacs server, which is usually running. If not, of course, it will not work, but it will also disown it. And because you don't really want one more terminal window hanging around somewhere, so you just need to disown it, and it will then leave this Emacs buffer open. Now I do this because sometimes my Emacs is not really active, because I have like multiple desktops. I mean, not really desktops, but sometimes my Emacs is not really in front of me. And if I'm doing something, let us say I'm usually it is not the case, because usually if I have to take some planned notes, I first open the file and I take notes. But let us say if I'm in call with someone, or someone just called me, or I called someone and I need to note something and I don't really have my notebook, I just press Windows N and I take my notes or whatever I want to keep, like store it somewhere. It's like people who use Windows. I mean, I use Windows, to be honest. I have to. Not really complaining, but I have to. And on Windows, of course, I use Emacs. Great. But I don't really have a way to initiate this. I know there is a way, by the way, but still, if you're using a laptop, which is like a corporate laptop, you can't really, do anything, which is frustrating, right? But on Windows, you can always use Windows R and press Notepad, or type in Notepad and take note. But I can now do it using this shortcut. And I made a video on this topic, and someone actually asked me, is it a script? In a way, yeah, it is a script, but just one line. But it's not really a shell script. It's not really all those scripts that are in my path. It's basically my sxhkd rc. So I thought I'll probably share it again. And of course, in this particular file, I have a lot of other things that I'm doing, like I'm changing the volume and everything, which of course is very cool. For example, I can do zoom in. I mean, not really zoom in. For zooming and zooming out, it's like it is a shell script, because I need to pass some arguments to my webcam. But I can definitely increase the volume or decrease the volume of my music. So this is something that is actually super useful, because with the help of these shortcuts, you can have a better life, to be honest. It's a reality. If you're doing these things quickly, easily, then you would use computers effectively, and it will save a lot of your time. You will not only organize your notes, but you will also organize your life. All right, that is it. Bye bye.